Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Ruth Soltman, and welcome to the Transformational Soul. I want to welcome you if you're here for the first time, and welcome back if you've been here before. And I want to say hi to everybody that's watching over on Rumble. I really appreciate you all tuning in, and it's going to be a really great show. I do have a couple of announcements before I bring on my special Words of Wisdom guest. Let's say hello to a few people here first. Hello, Richard. Nice to see you. Hi, Linnell. I'm glad you could be here. Hello, Laura. Joyce, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really happy to see you guys here. I want to thank everybody who sent in a testimonial for any of the Goldylocks shows or show hosts. I love and appreciate you for doing that. If you would like to show your gratitude to Goldylocks Productions, you can send in a testimonial for any of our shows, all of our shows that you watch, however you want to do it, or our show host. It doesn't have to be, 2 or 3 paragraphs. It can just be a couple of sentences, about what you like about them, or, whatever you feel like you would like to share. And you can email those to our producer, Tiffany White Sage Woman, and Tiffany can put up the email address there when she gets a chance. Hello, Heather. So glad you could make it. You were sitting here last month at this time for your words of wisdom, so I'm really glad you tuned in tonight. I want to invite you all to check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. That's RUTH, S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy.com for those of you who are just listening to the podcast. And you can't see it up there, so that way you'll know where to find me. You'll be able to find out more about my services and any upcoming events. And speaking of upcoming events, I believe it's only about 5 weeks, May 21st, when I'm going to be doing my very first author event. So I'm really excited about that. I got a lot of my things ready. I've ordered a lot of stuff that I need, and I am graciously accepting donations from anyone who would like to assist me with those costs. I need to get a decent inventory of books for that show. And, you're welcome to send that to me via Venmo, which I know Tiffany will put that up there too. Oh, there we go. Tiffany put up the email address for the testimonials. I was looking on the screen for that. I don't know why. Hello, Marcia. So nice to see you. So that's really exciting. I also want to talk to you guys about my cards. Now, I talked about these last week, my I Am Manifestation cards. And what I am doing is next week on Thursday, the 21st, I'm going to be placing an order for a bunch of the cards. So if you are interested in ordering them, get with me. They're $29.99 plus shipping and tax. This is what the covers look like. And these cards are, there's 35 powerful affirmations that will help you release any blocks that you have to manifesting what you want in your life. They come shrink wrapped and in this pretty little organza bag. But just to give you an idea on what these affirmations are like, here's one. It says, I am dissolving any and all past vows, contracts, or agreements that would block all of the good that is coming to me. I am abundant. And it's just all of them. They're all different, as you can see, different powerful affirmations that will help you to remove those blocks so that you can, manifest what you need and get all that stagnant energy out of your way. So you can just contact me on my website at ruthsoltman.com, or you can get a hold of me on Facebook. most of you know how to do that. So if you don't, you can go right to my website. And eventually I'm going to be having them other places online as well where you can purchase them. But this is where I'm at right now. I'm working on the others. Um, just to remind everyone about the beautiful, wonderful Magnitude jewelry. I have this wonderful necklace, and I have this really pretty bracelet that I absolutely love and wear all the time. The Magnitude jewelry is really wonderful. It helps to protect you from EMFs and other things. So if you would like an invite to that Magnitude jewelry party, then let Tiffany know and she will send you one. The jewelry is absolutely amazing. And the really fun thing about being part of the party online is that they do giveaways. You get, perks like, if you order so much, worth so much, you get this for free. So it's, you can get a lot of really good perks like that. And let's see what other notes I have here. Okay. Well, before we begin, and I introduce Heidi, I would like everybody to just take a few deep breaths. Let's all relax. It's been a long week already, and it's only Wednesday. And it feels like, the time is just accelerating so quickly. And I know it's been a crazy week for me and last week as well. So let's just take a deep breath and let it out. And relax. And another one. And one more. As we gather together here, we ask for our spiritual tribes to come in and form a sacred circle around us. We ask for all of the angels and archangels, all of the guides and angels, our healing angels, our higher selves, and all of our ancestors that have gone before to join with us now. We ask our spiritual tribe to wrap this sacred circle in a beautiful light-filled bubble of the highest vibrations of love and light. We ask that we be open to all the messages that we receive and that we receive them with a love-filled heart and an open mind. We ask that they help us to heal and be for our highest and best good. We ask that we hear exactly what we need to hear and that we feel it at our very core. We ask that all messages be given and received with the highest vibration of love and light. And so it is. Well, let's say hello to a few more people here and get caught up on these comments, and then we will bring on our words of wisdom guest. Okay, Heather, yes. Okay. Oh, Heather, thank you so much for your super sticker. That is so nice of you. Thank you. Devin says, hi, Ruth and Tiffany, and all the beautiful people who are watching. Ruth, I got the book. Thank you so very much. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Devin. It's been such a crazy week. Normally, I would go back and check the tracking myself, but it's been crazy, and I'm glad you got it already. Devin won one of my books last week that I did as a giveaway on the show. So that's exciting. So thank you for letting me know. Let's see. Yes, Marcia, they are. I designed the cards myself and all of the affirmations I wrote. So yes, they're definitely mine. And I've been working on them randomly here and there for the last couple of years. But then everything just all came together, just like all of a sudden, which is how it always seems to be. And now they're done, and it's really exciting to see them from just doing it on the computer and seeing what it looks like on there, and then when you see it in your hand, it's like it looks so different, and they turned out so much nicer than I thought they would. So I'm really pleased with those. Well, thank you, Laura. Laura said, wow, way to go, Ruth. Thank you. And I have another one coming up too that I still want to add a little bit to, and they're transformation cards is what they're called. And Laura's the one that told me I would be doing those. So I think that's kind of interesting. So thank you, Laura. Hello, Veronica. Nice to see you here all the way from Australia. Um, Kim Smith is here. Hello, Kim. See, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. So, the Words of Wisdom segment gives you guys the opportunity to come live with me and to tell your story, to own your story. Your story will inspire and motivate someone else. Today, Heidi Petey is here to own her story. Heidi is a mother of 3 adult children. She's currently working as a mental health clinician with 23 years in the field. She is also in school to pursue licensure so she can go into private practice. Well, that is exciting. Her hope is to be able to help others live fulfilling, joyous lives. Joyous lives. So let's welcome Heidi. Hello, Heidi. How are you?
Hi, Ruth. How are you?
Good. It's so wonderful to see you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly.
You know what? No one ever does, so it's okay.
Oh, well, that's how it showed on your Facebook page when it said how to pronounce it. So that's what I went with. How do you pronounce it?
It's Piet, but people say petite, paillette, payette. No big deal.
Oh, okay. Well, now we know. So I'm so glad you could be here. I was going to ask you before the show the correct pronunciation. I don't like to mispronounce people's names.
I was actually having some technical difficulties initially.
You were?
Yeah, I cannot get on my laptops, but we have the iPad, so this is working out nicely.
Oh, no.
It's all good.
I might need you to speak a little bit louder, though, because I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Oh, you are? Hold on.
Just a little.
Maybe my volume's down. Hold on. I'm not a techie person at all.
No, me either. I can actually hear you.
Is that better?
No, when you were moving around, I could hear it better, though.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe did you uncover something?
Not that I'm aware of. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Does Heidi have her microphone on? You have your microphone on, right?
Yes.
Yes. Can everybody hear her? Let me know in the comments, because I want to make sure everybody can hear you before we go any farther. What is this? Your sound is low. We can hear you, but the sound is kind of low.
All right. Is that any better? I mean, I have the sound up full blast. Maybe if I don't know. Should I go into my...
Oh. Well, it just got a little louder.
Okay. So maybe it's because I have an iPad, and if I'm closer to it, because before I was on the laptop and it wouldn't allow me to connect to the video or the mic.
Oh.
So it might, I don't know.
Tiffany said maybe a headset.
So that was the thing. My headset is not here.
Oh. Yeah, they're saying it sounds a little bit low. I just don't want you to start talking and not have everybody be able to, hear you.
Do you want to give me 1 second? I do have some other ear things that I could. Give me 1 second, okay?
I can hear you better right now. However you move, I can hear you better.
You can?
I did, but now it stopped.
All right, give me 1 second, okay?
Okay, so how's everybody out there doing tonight? I know this energy has been crazy. I saw last week, a couple of days, that the Schumann resonance was over 70. I mean, that's insane. But I'll tell you, my dogs have been feeling it too, because they've just been, it feels like everything is feeling it, and it's affecting everyone. Oh, there's a great one, Tiffany. Who would like to be my Words of Wisdom guest next month? I need to get somebody scheduled. And I haven't had people jumping at the chance to volunteer. I have only had a couple people that volunteered. The other ones I approached. So come on, guys. You guys got to volunteer. Joyce says that it's crazy today. Yes, it is. Well, hopefully we can get this sound issue taken care of. So, also check out my books on Amazon because I've noticed that a few of them are on sale. So if you've been wanting to get them but waiting for a sale, a few of them are on sale right now. So check those out on Amazon. And when you go on Amazon, if you just type my name in the search bar, they'll all come up for you. I even have a hard time searching by the title sometimes for some reason. I do not know why. I have no idea what the issue is with that, but you can find them easily by my name.
I'm sorry, Ruth. These aren't going to be compatible either.
Uh-oh. Well.
But
Suggestions, Tiffany? See what Tiffany has any suggestions.
Should I go closer to my router in my?
What kind of device are you using? An iPad?
Yeah, I mean, I could try my home computer. I'm so sorry. We probably should have did like a little test. I should have logged on earlier. I apologize. I can try and see if my home computer will do it. I don't usually use this, but we can certainly see.
Well, how, like, if you're close, can you be closer to the microphone on the tablet or the iPad or whatever you're using?
I'm as close as I can get.
See, right now I can hear you a lot better.
Really? All right.
I did.
I'm just checking real quick on my home computer here. I really appreciate everybody being so
Okay, they're saying they can hear you better.
Really?
Yeah, when you get closer, Tiffany said it's a lot better.
Okay. Couldn't find microphone. All right. So no, all right. So I'll just hang close, I guess. Can you hear me okay right now?
I can, yeah, but if you could get a little closer, maybe.
I'm gonna come in my living room where my router is. Oh gosh, what's happening?
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, now they're saying it sounds pretty good now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's good. So it seems like the closer I get to my internet provider, the better it is, right?
Well, when you were closer to the tablet or the iPad, it was better.
Okay. All right. So these are all my words of wisdom is be close to your the microphone.
There we go.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, that's a lot better.
Is it?
Yes.
You're all awesome for hanging in there.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Laura said it's perfect.
Oh, really?
Sounds great. Linnell says sounds great.
Oh my goodness. So it's probably because I'm near my router. I just changed rooms. All right. Good.
So,
Hi.
how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So what would you like to tell us about your spiritual journey? You can say as much as you want or as little. Are you okay and open to the viewers asking questions?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, great.
So, but first off, I want to say thank you for having me. And I wanna just say that I've gotten to this point because of books like this.
Aww.
It's because of your book, and you know how you said Conversations with God brought you there?
Yes.
I want to say it was probably Dr. Wayne Dyer that brought me to where I am, and Louise Hay. But I hope you don't mind. I know that you just talked about this on your March 30th show. I do want to There's a section in your book that resonated with me. Actually, the whole book resonated with me. Your Metamorphosis book.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear.
I feel like you're my soul sister almost. Like some of your experiences were similar to mine. Like right here, the shift in my energy was palpable. Something deep inside of me changed. And that's exactly what happened to me.
Wow.
Yeah. I can go back, kind of give a little history here. Can you still hear me okay?
Kinda.
All right. So, I grew up in a somewhat chaotic environment. I lost my mother at 14, and you go on to say about loss. You talk about loss.
Yeah.
And I sometimes I'm gonna plug this in. Sometimes those things.
Oh, that's great. That's nice and loud right there.
I gotta plug in the battery, or I'm gonna lose you totally. Loss like that. Hold on one second. The death of your mom at a young age forever alters you.
Oh, I can't even imagine that young.
Yeah. She got sick when I was 11. And hold on, let me just put this in. I don't want to lose you guys. We're gonna do this again too sometime. So
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, now I can. Yeah.
Okay. So, this is where my words of wisdom are going to come from, is because your life early on starts the shaping of you. You get your self-esteem and your self-worth from your primary support people. And, I grew up with an alcoholic father, and, I suffered some traumas. I don't really want to get deep into that because I'd rather.
That's fine.
Yeah. But you know how like you're at the airport and you're on this conveyor belt thing that just pushes you along with your luggage. I mean, seriously, that was like my whole life. That like through my 20s and my 30s, maybe even into my 40s. It wasn't until I became homeless.
Oh.
And it was only in 2012.
Oh, wow.
Yep, it wasn't really that long ago that I was still struggling with homelessness and self-medicating and all of these things, that I started learning about, like, how like The Secret, like the universal laws. I'm trying to think of not just Rhonda Byrne, but it brought me to the self-help aisle as well. Like
I gotcha.
You were saying, right? It brought me to the self. Like I always knew there was something bigger than myself. I always knew about holistic healing. And here I am, a counselor. I'm a mental health counselor, and I am helping others try to live fulfilling lives while not living my own. You know how your book, it talks about being authentic and getting to that point.
Yes.
It took me a long time to realize, and here's some words of wisdom, is to get out of my own way. I had to get out of my own way.
Yes.
To allow. All right, so I'm reading Dr. Wayne Dyer, and he says, put it out there in the universe of what you want and get out of your own way and live your life as though you already have it.
That's right.
Yeah. And so I didn't really understand what manifesting was, setting intentions, like all of those things. And in 2012, when I completely hit rock bottom, it was like having that aha moment. You know how you talk about your aha moment? Talk about the aha moments. It wasn't until having an aha moment that I finally said that my life is not my own. Like I came here, I have a purpose. but I couldn't figure out what it was. You know, I
Right.
kept fighting it. What you resist persists.
Oh, definitely.
And, as you, like what you were talking about with money, I think you were talking about with money, like, you can block things from coming to you
Uh-huh.
if you don't feel worthy, right?
Right, right.
If you don't feel worthy, it's going to block a lot of things. And so it's not even, it's not even about feeling worthy, but the fact that you deserve these things because it's your birthright.
Right.
It is your birthright to be abundant, to be happy, to be joyous. But when you experience trauma at an early age, it sets your tone for what you feel you are worthy of and what you feel you're valuable. You feel like,
Yes,
you know what I mean? So
I do.
yeah, so somebody else tells you what you're worth, and you create this script in your life. Like if somebody says, you're an idiot.
Right. And that's based on their perception, you
Right.
know?
But you
Yeah.
develop this script in your head, and you say, "Oh, I must be an idiot," and so you block all these beautiful things that are supposed to be your birthright and supposed to be for you, like things that are supposed to flow to you. You block it because you don't think that you're worthy of it, so you don't ask for it. Now I
Yeah.
find myself I'm asking for these things, and I'm getting out of my own way, and they're coming to me, and I'll explain that a little bit more. Um, as a matter of fact, I'll give an example. So I recently learned how to actually set an intention.
Hmm.
I keep a journal every day, and I write what I'm grateful for every day, and I'll make a big list, and I'll try to do 10. I actually come up with 20 or more of everything that I'm grateful for. And
Wonderful.
yeah, and what I've learned about setting intentions is you set them for what you want in advance. So,
Hmm.
so like on March 14th, I set an intention, and in my journal, I wrote, "Today is April 15th. Thank you, God, for, bringing my son back into my life. We have a great mother and son relationship." And I let it go. And I let go of like all of my past hurts, all of my past pain. And a week later, my son texted me, "Hey, Mom, how are you?" I hadn't heard from him in a year.
Wow.
In a year. So I'm still learning how this all works. I'm still learning that you have to get out of the way and trust and believe in the process. Allow the universe to deliver its promises. The universe wants you to be abundant, wants you to have all of these things. And you need to just not worry about how they're coming. Ask,
Exactly.
ask,
Exactly.
ask. Say, you know what? I need more money, but ask in larger amounts because there's so much of it out there. There's enough supply. Or ask for, peace, or just whatever it is that you want. Ask and believe that it's coming. Don't
Hmm.
worry about how. The most important thing is not to worry about how these things are going to happen, how these things are going to manifest.
Right. It doesn't matter how. We just know that they're going to.
Yeah, yeah, because it goes back to, I'm not a religious person, but I'm very spiritual. But it does go back to ask and it's given,
Hmm.
ask and you shall receive. It's truly amazing when your faith supersedes your fear, right?
Hmm.
You have to drop the fear because it has no place. It has
That's right.
like like when you are in a place of love, when you are in a place of allowing, when you're in a place of acceptance. So when you come to accept who you are, when you allow the universe to work on your behalf, and when you have faith that it will work on your behalf, and you get out of the way and you just allow it to come in. And
Yes.
it's been life altering for me. It truly has. It's been amazing when I drop the fear.
Mm-hmm.
When I just let go of being afraid. What's there to be afraid of? There, like, the only way that you're afraid is because of what you're thinking about.
Exactly. Because fear doesn't really exist at all.
It's unbelievable how I've gone from such a chaotic upbringing to this peacefulness. Like I can't sum up 55 years in this short of time.
Right,
Like
right.
I'm trying to say, like, wow, like I've gone through some really tough times, and it wasn't until I said, take it, God, I can't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. I'm done suffering, because suffering's optional.
Yes.
Happiness is a choice.
Yes.
It wasn't until I finally was like, there's got to be a different way. This can't be my life. This can't be, I didn't come here for this. I know that I was more important than
Mm-hmm.
the strife and the chaos and the abuse. But another thing that I learned, in more words of wisdom, was your thoughts create your reality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you think about is what you're going to get.
Yes.
So if you're worrying about not having enough money, guess what? You're going to continue to not have enough money.
Exactly.
When you focus on the gratitude, it replaces all of the lack, it replaces any kind of fear, it replaces worry, it replaces everything, because now you're trusting in God's source energy. You're just trusting.
Yes.
You know what? I have your book here. I have like a ton of bookmarkers. Um, it's true. No, seriously, Ruth, you are so on point with so much of it. And affirmations, okay?
Mm-hmm.
More wisdom here. It's so important to love yourself and
Oh,
even look in the mirror and say, I love you.
I know.
You know, like, I believe in you and you matter and all of those
Mm-hmm.
things. Self-care and self-love. I mean, how many times have we put others before ourselves?
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Till
And
we learn better.
till you, till you go through enough. And in your book here, and I love it, your book here says, tell yourself I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I am amazing. The self-talk, it it really does, it truly does help, because what you think about is going to affect your life. And I know this is working for you, Ruth, because you have these thoughts of being an amazing writer, and you've become one. You've had
Well,
thoughts,
thank you.
yeah, you've had thoughts of,
Thank you.
look what you're doing. You're creating these cards. You have this Goldylocks, like you're doing this transformational soul words of wisdom tonight. You are manifesting your dreams. You know why? Because you asked for it, you put it out in the universe, and you're stepping out of the way and you're allowing it to come to you.
Yes.
You're allowing it.
And it's not easy to step out of your way and step out of your comfort zone either.
No, no. And
So once you do, then all those rewards come to you.
honestly, it's unbelievable. And you know what, too, in your book, you talk about vibration and you talk about energy and how we are all energy, and even in death we just change form.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your book is my life, I swear. Like, everything, not everything, but like a lot of things that you say in Metamorphosis resonates with me, because that's exactly how I got to be here too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
finally realizing that if I can raise my energy and raise my vibration through love and through gratitude, the things I want are going to come to me. Maybe not as fast as I want them to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in today's society, it's everything's so quick, you know, with the
Yes.
phone, microwaves, and everything is just so quick. But if you put out there what you want, like I did with my son, right? Like setting
Yes.
intention. But before I set that intention, I wrote down all of my hurts on a piece of paper. I wrote down everything that I needed to forgive, and you talk about that in your book too, forgiveness.
Yes.
I wrote down, you know, all of the things that I needed to release. I needed to release my mom and dad for giving me money traumas by telling me that money is the root of all evil. That blocked me for years. Money is not the root of all evil. It is our birthright. It's our birthright to be abundant. Why can't we be rich? It's not.
I know. I heard that one when I was a kid too.
Yeah. So they were wrong. So I wrote that down. I said, I forgive you, mom and dad, for teaching me you know how you said like everything was like this lie?
Yeah.
Me too. For me too. And I'm sure for a lot of people, everything like that we were raised and taught to believe goes down like all these generations, and we can break that DNA. You know,
Yes.
we can break that. And so, you know, I wrote it all down and I put it in one of those little grills at some campground, and I burned it. I let it go. I said, God, you know, take this. My son, I brought him into this world, but he's not mine. But he was mad at me. I don't know. Still to this day, I don't know why. He texted me and said that he would explain why he shut down. So, but I put that in my journal. Thank you, God, for bringing Nathan back into my life. We have such an amazing relationship now. And like 2 weeks later, he texted me.
I love that.
I do too.
I love that.
You know, and so you, like, anybody has the capacity to manifest what they want by setting the appropriate intention. And you got to set it out there. Like Dr. Wayne Dyer said, you got a little bit in the future. And look what Jim Carrey did. I'm wondering if everybody knows the story about Jim Carrey.
No.
Jim Carrey, the actor, wrote himself a check for $10 million for services rendered. And what he did was he sat up at the top of like Hollywood or Mulholland Falls or whatever, and he kept looking down there, and he kept like praying that he was going to be an awesome actor, and you know, and he got the gig for Dumb and Dumber and got paid $10 million.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he knew about Abraham Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's another thing that helped me along my journey is she also speaks of the law of attraction and consciousness. I mean, there's so many different things that I could talk about tonight. I mean, this could be like a month-long segment, right? We could talk about the law of attraction. We could talk about the vortex. I mean, there's so many things that help me to get to this peaceful state that I can't really, it's hard for me to sum up any specific area. You know what I mean?
I do. So what gave you the inkling that you wanted to go back to school?
So for years, all right, so my master's degree wasn't quite 60 credits, and you have to have 60 credits to get licensed, right? So I don't know, I just kept working and working and working. And for the last 3 or 4 years, I kept telling myself I was too old. Can you believe that?
No way.
Right? So I finally was like, what are you talking about? This is something I want. I put it out there. And you know what's really weird is when you put something out there that you want, the universe will send you people or things that will make it happen.
Yes.
You know, I read somewhere it's love notes in the form of people. And so, like, like say I want to make a little extra money. I sell on eBay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I put it out there, and then lo and behold, I wake up and there's like 10 things that I sold.
Wow.
So you just got to you got to ask, and then let it go, and trust.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm working on bigger things. I want more money,
Mm-hmm.
like anybody else. But we tend to not believe that it's us that can make that kind of money, I guess.
Yeah, I understand that.
We feel like it's for other people or for
Mm-hmm.
celebrities or whatever, but you don't know how the universe can deliver for,
Exactly.
for anything that you want, like for your book. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it started out as something, and so with the degree, back to that, I I took a step back and looked at the thought that I was having, and it was almost like a cognitive distortion because I'm not too old.
No.
I'm not too old.
Mm-mm.
But I had been telling myself that for a few years, and I could have already had it already. I could
And
already,
you believed it.
yeah,
See, that self-talk.
exactly like what you say in the
Mm-hmm.
book, the negative self-talk. So then I was like, um, so then I started it, and I have 2 courses done. I'm gonna have 2 more in the summer. I'm just doing it because if I do a private practice, then I can do stuff like this. Like
Mm-hmm.
I like the holistic counseling. I like being able to empower people to believe in themselves, believe in their dreams. I mean, I have been through so much. I I'm I'm really surprised I'm still alive sometimes. Wow.
But all of the experiences that you've had is going to help you with people that have had those same types of situations.
Yeah. And yeah, and I which reaffirms that I'm here for a reason. But my faith in this in God, in source, universe is so unbelievable because I'm seeing it unfold. I'm seeing
Mm-hmm.
it happen. It's happening.
Like magic.
It's almost uh like I don't want to say like a high or a manic, but it feels so good to trust in this process.
Yes.
If it feels good to know that, and I think about it. I think about where I was and where I am and how far I've made it. That I there's definitely something watching over me, angels, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been divinely guided.
Yes.
I've been divinely guided.
And
And
just think about where you're going to be 5 years from now or 10 years.
yeah, yeah, and and so the thing too is when you focus on stuff like this, you really got to focus on the positives and what you want, because when you focus on the negatives, your energy vibrates low, and
Yes.
you can't attract what you want when
Exactly.
yeah. So like for another example, rather than say I can't afford it, or I can't this, or I can't that, you got to reframe your mind and say, how can I afford it, or how
Mhm.
can I do this? You really can. But people, it's unbelievable how many times for myself that I've blocked the blessings that I
Yes, and you don't even know you're doing it when you're doing it.
yeah, exactly. I have blocked so much. But I guess it had to happen for me to get to where I am now, where is you know how there's like the yin yang, the
Hmm.
masculine and the feminine.
Yes.
When I step into my feminine and I allow things, it's kind of like a relationship when there's a man and a woman, and a man wants to, help, or and the woman is like, no, I can do it.
Uh-huh.
Right? You have to open up and allow things to come your way. If somebody wants to give you something, or give you money, or give you whatever it is, if you say, no, keep your money, I can afford it, or whatever, you're blocking the blessing.
Yes.
You're blocking it.
For yourself and for the giver.
Yes. Yes. So it's really important to know when you should be feminine and when you should be masculine, because we both have both sides. But I'm learning all of this because of books like this, because of people like you, people like Dr. Wayne Dyer, you know, Eckhart Tolle, all of those spiritual teachers teach you, and you just have to listen and be open to experiencing new things. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, that really touches me. It
On
really does.
I
Because,
can't.
you know, it was always my intention when I wrote that book to help other people that were going through the same thing as me. Because I had nobody, you know, when I was going through it, I had no idea what was even going on.
Yeah, it's crazy to it, it's like it's truly like an aha moment when you say, you know, how you say like you change, like metamorphosis, like it's not just a one-time event. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's
Over and over.
it's over and over, and being okay with that, like loving yourself for where you're at.
Yes.
You know, you truly are beautiful. Like if you can really look at yourself as a beautiful person and accept yourself for who you are. So many people are broken, and so many people are just feel like, well, this is it, or they settle.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And they just stop trying.
Yeah, like their dream. But the dream, you can constantly change your dream.
Yes.
Every decision you make in your life can be positive or negative in
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that you're going to do. And like what I do, I never bring in yesterday's stuff into my today.
Right.
I never do that. I wake up refreshed. Thank you, God, for giving me another day to love, be love, give love, receive love, and focus on how I can live my life fully and authentically today, in the moment.
Well, that's the only way you can live is in the moment. We have
Right?
no idea if we have a tomorrow.
Right.
And when you live in the past, it just causes you all kinds of anxiety.
Yep. Yep. It,
Yeah.
it, it's true, because this moment, who said it? This moment is your life. Not Ram Dass.
I'm not sure.
He's another one too. Like I
Yeah.
cannot. Yeah. I can say that that's helped me a lot too. That's more words of wisdom, is stay present. Be
Mm-hmm.
be here, be now. Especially when you have your children,
Oh, yeah.
you know, because they grow so fast, and even when they're adults, the most important thing that you can do for somebody is be present and give them your time, your full attention.
Yes. I
Because,
agree.
yeah, I mean that's, you know, it's all about love and being love, and that's how, like, you have to be in the presence of love and not fear.
Yes.
Fear has
It
just
changes everything. It
it
changes everything.
it truly does. Like when COVID came around, and like, you know, I wore my mask and wasn't freaking out, but I didn't have any fear, and like everybody like was like, how do you like, people were like asking me how I stay so calm. And here's another thing that I truly believe, and not everybody will believe this, but I believe that I have a soul contract with God, that I know how I'm going to go out, like not consciously, but he and I made a deal on how I'm going to leave this earth. And for some reason I'm oddly at peace with that, that when my time is up, it's up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can't, I'm not going to fight or be afraid to die. When my time is up, it's up. Like so I'm trying to live a fulfilling, beautiful life right now.
That's
Right now.
awesome. That's
Right,
awesome.
you know. And I truly believe that we pick our parents,
I do too.
you know.
I do
So
too.
I, granted, my mom passed away when I was young, you know, and I don't know why I picked a scenario like that, but she sent me so many messages, she gave me so many messages while she was alive, that I took today. But you know, I don't think that I would change anything, but there's a reason for all of that. But
Exactly.
we pick our parents. So I like to think my kids pick me. So all right, you know. But like, and we have karmic baggage. I believe in that. And I looked up my karmic baggage number, and I lived a lazy life in my previous life. So now I got to work hard, which I am. So, but I think I'm catching up to that. I think that I don't think I'm gonna have to come back again. So there's so many different things to this world and different realms, and it's all in what you're willing to be open to. You know, you might not believe that you picked your parents. You might not believe a lot of this stuff. You might believe something else, but it's good to explore. It's good to stay open. It's good to stay curious. You know,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
be
That's very
curious.
true. Well,
Yeah.
Sarah said she loves that way of looking at it. So she likes the way, what you're saying. And Devin said, I believe in all of you because I truly believe in myself. And Sarah said, I second that on Ruth's books. Oh, thank you, Sarah.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, Ruth, you know, some of your words are they're everything is possible. That's how you end your book. Everything is possible. And
I truly believe that too.
yes, and look at your life. Look what we're doing tonight, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's truly amazing. Like I wake up in the morning and I look out my window and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad to be alive in such a beautiful life.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just amazing to have these experiences. Devin, like he lives on a beautiful farm, like you know, like
he does.
Wake up and see that every morning, and those little cows and the calves, and you know, and you talk about passion too in your book. Passion is so important because without that, like life is really dry, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I feel that that's what helps to drive you, you know.
Yeah, and I think, and you know what too, what really helped me. Do you see this? Wait a minute. Let me. Do you see this here? When I went to Peru, that had profound healing on me too. When I went to Peru, I've had all of these instances where I could just go inside. I think if you go inside and you look at who you really are, it helps. Not like you can define who you are. Don't allow somebody else to define who you are. You know, we get into these bad relationships and, you know, just, you know, outside external things. I think we look for self-worth. Self-worth comes from like outside stuff, but you've got to find your self-worth from inside. You know how all right, let's take this for example. See this right here? Say I put this on eBay and I list it for $5. That's what I think it's worth. You might come along and say, it's worth $2. So that can happen to people. If you go by somebody saying you're worth $2, you know, so you have to advocate for yourself. You have to build yourself up. You have to believe in yourself. And you know, when I went to Peru, I want to show you this picture. This was, how do I get it over here? This was when I grew exponentially. I let go and let God again when I went to Peru in 2015. So from 2012, when I was homeless, then 2015. So like what you say about metamorphosis, how you change. Like I can talk about specific years, but you know, you go through these things that help you along the way, you know. But there's so many different things that you could apply.
Yes.
You know.
Well, you know, this hour has gone by so fast. We have about 5 more minutes. Do you have any final parting words for everyone?
Oh my God, it's 9 o'clock.
What?
I have like so many other things I could add. There's so much to talk about when you talk about how to live authentically and
Yeah.
abundantly. Like there's so many ways to increase and expand your life. You know.
Kim said, I think our moms can do more for us from the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Oh gosh, yes. Every time I see a butterfly, I think of her.
Marcia said, you are such a wonderful soul, Heidi.
Oh, thank you.
You are. You are.
You know, there's just, we have to raise each other up. We're all just walking each other home.
Yes, you
We're
are.
all connected. We're all connected. That's another thing. Is like everything you look at, like when you wake up in the morning and you're driving to work, look at the sky. Like be absolutely grateful for the cup of coffee you're drinking. It will change your life.
Yeah.
It'll change your life. When you look at things with beauty, everything's beautiful. It's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah. Devin says to bring you back for May.
I'll come back.
Kim said, my sister and I decided that our mom could be with both of us from the other side.
Oh.
And Joyce said, Heidi, just beautiful.
Oh, I love you, Joyce.
Well, Heidi, I'm so happy you could be here. Thank you so much.
Oh,
and it was so wonderful for you to come on here and talk about your healing story. Sarah said, love listening to you. Thank you for sharing your journey. You're both amazing. Well, thank you, Sarah. So, you know, some of what you have said today is going to help inspire someone else, you know, with your experiences and your words. And that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it will. Trust me.
I can't even grasp that. Like, I just want people to know that they can trust in the universe and just get out of the way and wait for it to come.
Yeah.
Ask, get out of the way and wait for it to come. But I mean, you got to put your stuff into action. I want to be in my own private practice, and so that's my goal. So I'm going to school. But I'm waiting for like the office to come, the space to come. Like I just put it out there, and I don't know. It's the gratitude that's
right. I agree. Joyce says your story is so relatable.
Oh, good.
And Marcia said, yes, it did me. Sarah said, you've inspired me, Heidi. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Come on, you know it's true.
No,
everything.
I was scattered. Like there was so much I wanted to say, I couldn't even get it all out.
That's okay. That's okay. I think you did great. I want to thank you so much for being here, Heidi.
I love you, Ruth.
I love you too. You have a great night.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Now, if you would like to be on here live with me and talk about your story and, you know, your healing journey, then you can contact me on Facebook or email me on my website at ruth@ruthsoltman.com. And I do have one more announcement that I forgot to tell you guys about. On Monday, the 18th, which is the day after Easter, I am going to be special guest on Sarah Ingrafia's show, Golden Healing. Wait a minute, now I forgot. I always get it mixed up. Golden Sunshine Healing, I believe, hour. So I hope you guys will tune in Monday night, and you can catch me Monday on her show and then Wednesday on my show. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Everybody have a wonderful week. Drink plenty of water, get lots of rest because this energy is going to be kicking some butts. And I will see you guys soon. I love you.
Show your appreciation to our show hosts by submitting a testimonial for your favorite Goldylocks Productions show.